Hey y'all, welcome back to the channel. Well, first of all, happy 4th of July, happy Independence Day, because you know, it is America Day. So we are over here doing a little maintenance today. We are going to do a little oil change on the daily and just talk over some plans, what we're gonna do with the channel and stuff, and maybe show you some of these cars. You know, you got the caution cone, which I've had it on the channel before. We've got the Fox body, which that was the last video, being dynoed on the clip right here. And if you haven't checked out that video, I'll have it up in the link box thing, one of displays over here. So go check that out video too. And we'll also be talking about that Mustang back there. So yeah, let's get to it. But gotta get the caution cone out the way first. So here we go. All right, get this thing up on the lift. All right, I don't know how well y'all can see, but you know. All right, a little further on this side, but should be fun. All right, need this mother. That. Oh. All right. It's always a thinking process. Yeah, we'll go up a little. We'll see. You know, it's always gotta be careful going up on a lift. I'm always a real particular guy. Sometimes I never feel like I do it completely right, but looks pretty good. Then two. Okay, we'll just go up. I'm a stickler for doing this stuff. I try to be as cautious as I can, because you know, especially when you're here by yourself, you'd rather not have a car fall on you. I'm also one of those, if I change the oil, if I don't have to go up all the way, I can just roll up underneath that and make that. Okay. All right. Well, now we also got to worry about something else because I forgot an oil filter. So I'm gonna shut everything down here and go pick a filter up because filters need it. All right. Well, since I don't have a filter, I need to go get one. The focus needs to cool off anyway, so I'll have to go get a filter. And why not? Let's take the caution code. I don't think my brother will mind too much. I don't drive very often or anything, so a little miles on ain't gonna hurt it. Scoots a little bit, but they ain't trying to get no tickets or nothing. That CDL life ain't no joke. So, I tell you what, it'd be fun to have one of these even as a daily, just drive around or whatever, man. These little Coyotes, they got some good power. They move, they look damn good from the S197s up to these S550s. Now, I will say, I've always said it, I'm not a fan of how they sound. They are very raspy. Like, this one his isn't too bad. The exhaust setup isn't too bad, but it's just, I don't know, it's just the tone. It's just a little too raspy for me. And they just, a lot of them sound so loud, and they're typically so slow. Like, these Coyotes can make stupid power. They really can. But man, people just throw some, you know, like exhaust, loud exhaust, and boom, that's all they do. And I was like, man, these cars, they can make some power, and they can make some killer times. They really can, done right. You know, I've always said, like, the Coyote platform's a great platform, makes great power. You know, I always get the whole, oh, y'all just Coyote swap your 2-valve. Like, you don't need a Coyote. I'm like, look, I'll never be one to say that the Coyote can make great power. They really can. Like, throw a couple of turbos on this or whatever, a couple of little twin setup. Like, he's gonna be able to keep up with me, if not be faster. You know, as long as the car's set up and everything. But obviously, it's not just horsepower; it's about the car setup too. But these, like, the cost to do the swap, people want to make it sound like it's so cheap. It's really not cheap. It's still not cheap yet. People gotta understand that. Like, oh, whoa, 2-valve can't make power. Oh, 2-valve can make power. Yes, Coyote makes it can make a shitload of power real easy. But unless you're doing all the work and you can source the parts real cheap, because it's hard to find the parts to do it cheap. Like, it's between 8 and like 13. So they're not cheap. They really are not. Oh, don't turn around, don't turn around, don't turn around. Okay, you didn't turn around. So, just saw a good old police officer back there. I'm a back the blue kind of guy. I'm not gonna lie. You know, I love my cops, but I don't like to get pulled over either. Cars like this definitely draw attention. So, but anyway, like, no, Coyote swap. It's a great platform and everything. Unless you're going for crazy max power, like the 2-valve can make over 1,000. They really can. And it's not that hard. It's really not that hard. So people don't get twisted. All right, enough rambling. Let me get in here and get this filter. All right, got this filter and oil and everything, and actually bought some of the good stuff for the 2-valve and the Fox body if it's needed. So anytime I see it, I always like to load up. Old high school stomping grounds. changed a lot. Breaks them loose. Okay, we got the car up on the lift, up on the lift. So letting it cool down, and decided I'm going to do a little work on my truck because I got that new bed cover, so I like to put it on. Problem is, truck is boom out there towards the front of the house. So I want to bring it over here where it's a little more shade, a little cooler, possibly. Problem. We haven't started trucking in a while, so battery's like, yeah, needs a little love, needs a little kick. So, battery charger it is. We're gonna get this thing fired up. Let's go. All right, got the truck fired up. Yeah, it took a second because the truck hasn't started in a month or so. So yeah, I'm gonna have to deal with that later. So. Go ahead and get this bed cover on. Unfortunately, I won't be recording it because my GoPros are a little dead. I'm trying to charge them. So, I mean, hopefully I'll get this on. The next thing you see that the cover will be on. So let's get to it. Well, as you can see, many moons later, I got it. You know, it ain't perfect. I mean, it works though. I do like it. Because it'll keep tools, keep fuel, just all that stuff that I keep in the bed of the truck when I'm going to the track and all of that, safe and protected. So, but yeah, like, you know, first time doing something like this, I'd never done it before and it wasn't crazy hard, but I mean, and just a couple little easy clicks. Yeah. You know, they say two hands, but we're gonna try one each. Boom, see? And then just roll it up and you're good. So, hey, not bad. All right, now time to get to the oil change. All right, got the truck taken care of. Got the bed cover all taken care of. Got hooked up to the trailer for this coming weekend because we're going to a little test and tune for a couple of cars. The caution cone. And then the Fox Body will be out there at the Texas Motorplex for a little test and tune. But right now, doing what I finally came over here to do, because I'm slow, but at least it'll be cooled down now. A little change, so let's get to it. All right, little change. And little change, we'll talk about little plans what we got for all the different cars. So, first, I need some tools, I need some gloves. I don't have to not get dirty, but you know. So let me deal with that first. Well, we have plenty of tools in the shop. I at least have the ones I use that are mine. It's easier because I know what I have. Now yes, I could raise the car up higher. It would be fine to do it, but it's a whole, I'd rather be safe than sorry. I feel like something like this, I don't know, it's not as high up, it's a me thing. I'm used to doing the Mustang and the Mustangs and all that on the lifts. I've done other cars, but I don't know, I always get a little paranoid, right? it's gonna fall, so gotta be safe. Oh, all the tools just falling out. All right, guys, 2 seconds. Put all these, wrenches back. It's been a great little toolbox and tool kit and all that, but as any little kit, unless you probably buy a really, really expensive one, the shit starts to fall around a bunch. So, it's the biggest frickin' mess. Oh, wait, what? What is, oh. What? There we go. You're the one looking, right? Boom. Okay. Got my tools. Got a little catch can. And got my gloves. I am always bad about guessing. Yep. Yep. I think. Oh. No. I'm all right. Upside down. There we go. All right. Right, Daddy. Let it loosen. Oh, there we go. Too hard. Toes. Figure it out in a second. Oh! Little over, not too bad. I also change mine a little bit more regularly. Daily, and it's got a lot of miles on it. I like to make sure it's gonna last. Oh, gents, we're missing some paper towels. That sucks. Huh. Well. Looks like we may have to get more paper towels later for the shop, but for now, a little bit to work with. So. I have a little mess I'll be cleaning up. All right, let's stop. While oil is draining. So, let's see. We got the daily here. And obviously, we got the fox body over in the corner. And oh no! I'm struggling. Guys are struggling. Boom, there we go. All right. So, we got fox body in the background over here. We've got, and I'll make this easier. Woo, I'm getting turned here. We've got that black Mustang, obviously, as you can tell. It is my other project that, oh no, guys, I can't see what I'm doing. No. Guys, I gotta know what I'm doing here. Yeah, I try to act like I know what I'm doing. I really don't. All right. Y'all can't even see me down there. There we go. Son of a bitch. We are struggling today. Boom. There we go. All right. So, the black Mustang over there with the red graphics that some people would think is stupid as hell, that was actually my stepmom's car. She used it for bracket racing. Ah, yes, bracket racing. Everybody uses bracket racing. Anyway, that is a little 4.6 2 valve. It's got some ported heads, cams. I think, if I remember right, it's got good rods and pistons in it. We're going to tear that car apart eventually and find out. Honestly, Dad was the one who put it together for it. So, it's, like I said, 4.6 2 valve. It's actually got a Kenny Bale 2.1 blower on it. Automatic transmission, 4R70 built. Exhaust, nothing crazy. Car's gone. It went low 7s. I actually had been racing off and on when my stepmom couldn't. Unfortunately, my stepmom can't race anymore because she was diagnosed with bone cancer several years ago. Bone cancer sucks. Cancer in general sucks. We had to deal with a lot in the family, so cancer sucks. Anyway, so unfortunately with my dad, she can't race anymore, so it was actually still my dad's car. My dad had put it together for it and everything. So, be a little toy for her because my dad loved to drag race too. So anyway, I'm just story time, I guess. After she stopped racing, I was racing off and on, and I actually was at a no prep at North Star Dragway a few years ago. And as I was passing the finish line, I got a little loose and drove it right into the barrier. They always say in racing, drag racing, and racing in general, it's not a matter of if you wreck, it's a matter of when. Well, that was my first time. Hopefully, it's gonna be my last time. So this chair is broke. I'll get a new one. So, anyway, after she stopped racing, they were letting me race it off and on at different events. No preps, brackets, whatever, they didn't really, that, my dad wasn't a big fan of no prep, but he was fine with it. He knew I was, should have been good enough, but obviously I did fail. I made a bad decision and I put it into the wall. Let's take a little pause here. I need a little thing to get the filter off. So anyway, wrecked the car. As far as we can tell, looks just to be cosmetic. Now, people say we pushed the head gasket. We don't think we pushed the head gasket. I really think water seeped on the track
And when I got down there, because I had gotten a little loose, I got off of it and I stabbed back in it because I want to see how the track felt. And that was my mistake. But it had rained a lot. Oh, come on. It had rained a lot that week. So I believe when I passed the finish line, I let off the, oh, come on now. When I let off the gas and I passed an area where there was some water that seeped up because the track had that issue at times. So I don't blame the track. I never have. You know, I told the track what I thought happened. They had their opinion. You know, it is what it is. But it is racing. It's part of it. So, anyway. Oh, I'm struggling. Oh, well, come on. Let's see now, Brady. So, all right. So we raked it. Dad started to put it back together. He was we're gonna put it back together. I was gonna help him and all that stuff. And that was the end of 2018. This is when I wrecked it. So 2019 comes around. We start to have a good year. So we think. I actually proposed to the wife beginning of 2019, doing the whole New Year's Eve into New Year's Day. And so, hey, 2019 is going to be a good year. I've had a couple wrecks or whatever. 2018, just crap stuff. 2019 is a great year. Well, fortunately it wasn't. We lost my dad 2019, February. So, RIP Dad, love you, miss you. So, there we go. So, we decided I was going to sit for a little bit. Oh! Just one of those days. Oh, man. Anyway, that's fine. So, we decided, eventually, we're going to put it back together. Question if I was going to sell it, whatever I want to do with it. Maybe just sell it for scrap or whatever. But it looks to be mostly cosmetic. The motor actually fired up that day. And we got it back home the next day Dad came over. We hooked it back up and fired it up, and it was fine. No smoking, no nothing, fired right up. So we just think it got underneath the tires or whatever, and I just lost control and, you know.
All right, well, we had some technical difficulties. If you don't know, I live in Texas. And Texas, I don't care what anyone says, it's one of the hottest states you could probably live in. So my GoPro that I was using to record, got a little hot. So I was like, screw it, I don't have another camera. We'll finish talking in a bit. So, you know, cutting into story time. So, okay, anyway. So this black Mustang over here is the car that once the two valve comes back out, we're gonna go back hard at this. We're gonna get it fixed. So like I said, it's got a Kenny bell on it. You know what, hang on, we're gonna, boom, flipping it around. Okay, so I did a little bit of damage. I got sideways and like I was going, I got loose and I went turn. I'm pretty much just looking at a guardrail. It was terrible. So I just kind of hung on for dear life, didn't hit brakes or nothing. And it smashed up course board and everything. So I've talked to a few people. We think it may be fixed. Can be fixed. If nothing else, what we may do is just cut it out and maybe go to like a tube front end or something like that. No, not to be crazy fast and all that or whatever. Just it may be the easier thing. Just I don't know. We don't know what we're gonna do, but we're gonna fix it because we believe it can be fixed. And it's got some sentimental value, especially since my dad has passed away. And he did a lot of work on this car, and it's sitting like this, and I hate it. So I'm gonna fix it. We're gonna fix it. Once we get two valve kind of caught up where it needs to be, we're gonna go hard on this. So, but like I said, I've got the body panels and everything off right now for eventually put on. But like it's true street car. Like still has AC, radio, and all that. No, it doesn't have a passenger seat right now because Brandon, he's borrowing it, kind of. But, we're going to fix it. We're going to get back running. And this will be like a little 750 car or 7.0 car or whatever. Just something fun. Maybe bracket race with a little bit, maybe do a little index racing, whatever.
Just maybe maybe just a weekend date night car. So yeah, we're gonna get it going again. It's kind of the poor shape it's in right now, but we're gonna get it fixed. Okay, so like we talked about, and then the last video, this is the small block turbo Fox body, 331 base car. You know what? He's gotten it fixed. Got the head gaskets back on. You know, it did make crazy amount of power, but it was running. So we're gonna go out Friday, and you know what? We're gonna let her eat. We're gonna see what she can do. So I'll be glad to see this car back out. There's a lot of history with this car. Brendan, he's had it a long time, and it means a lot to us. It really does to me. You know, like I know it does to him too. And he's wanting to be stubborn. He almost was gonna sell it, but him and Dad put a lot of effort into it. So, you know, we're gonna get this thing back out, and we're gonna see what it does. So we're gonna take this car, and we're gonna take this car, the good old caution cone. So he could drive it out there. He could street drive it. I mean, this is true street car, AC seats. I mean, it's got it all motor car. You know, nothing crazy about it, but fun little car. He could easily drive it out there. He is going to trailer it, I do believe, because you know what, man? Tires, they ain't cheap. And this car's over an hour away from the track. And I mean, man, just wear and tear on the tires. So, not worth it. And when we have the ability to trailer both vehicles out there, we're going to. Since the just two valve isn't ready yet. So we're going to take this one out, and we're going to take the Turbo Fox body out. And yeah, we're going to see how it goes. All right, guys. Well, I think I'm just going to end the video here. So, I mean, whole bunch of just crazy nothing talking, little oil changes and things like that. Bed cover. So, but just two valve. We'll be back soon. We're finishing up a lot of what it needs. It goes hopefully this coming week, next week. It should be going to the chassis shop to get the new cage put in. And then we'll get it back, just make a few adjustments, make sure everything's good. And then if all else goes good, hopefully I'll be out in August, because I don't plan to come out in July, even if the car was ready. Like, it's Texas, it's hot. Like, let it cool off a little bit more. Even though August ain't gonna be much cooler, I'm gonna go wait till August. So yeah. All right, so as always, like, subscribe, share, comment, all that BS. Turn the bell notification on, you know, maybe try to watch some of my videos, because, hey, this might be 3 weeks in a row. I've got a video out once a week, you know, and then if test and tuning goes good, it'll go a full month, 4 months, 4 weeks, whatever. So, all right, guys, and we'll see you next time. Peace.